We are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem and the Crypto episode 1100. Today is Friday, May 12th, 2023, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, in today's top stories, Bittrex files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy just weeks after SEC charges. Texas votes to add crypto to state Bill of Rights. Silvergate begins New York Stock Exchange delisting process as it readies to cut 230 staff. Federal Reserve's FedNow will integrate with Metal blockchain, and Elon Musk announces he will step down as Twitter CEO. But first and foremost, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. Bitcoin at $26,436, down 2.75% today. Ethereum at 1,771, down 1.6% today. Binance Coin at $305, down 1.2% today. XRP at 42 cents is up 1.9%. Cardano at 36 cents is up 2.3%. Dogecoin at 7 cents is up 0.4%. Solana at $20.34 is up 1.1%, and Polygon at 84 cents is up 0.2% today. And some of our trending coins, Milady meme coin, after being tweeted out by Elon Musk, jumped up a bunch of percentage, and then now it's down 58%. Pepe, of course, as you saw with the meme coins, and Copy Cabra. Capybara, whatever. What are people doing? People got too much free time. Also, we got GG Bond, Flame Protocol, and Overnight. So those are the coins if you want to degen and dumpster dive.
Good gracious, your daughter DJing already, bro. She out here making coins.
Yeah, GG coin.
Got the GG coin.
Hey, you know they got that contract wizard now. You can make a meme coin in 30 seconds. So hey, you might make a GG coin.
It's funny you said that. I actually just saw some type. I don't know what it was. It was a meme coin or actual blockchain or something. Somebody sent me an email and was like, make a new blockchain 10 minutes or something. I was like, goodness gracious, boy, we spend these things up.
I got to put up right here because I've been reviewing it like this whole week because I'm like, bro,
hilarious.
Talk about finance changing. Like some super smart kid is gonna figure out, hey, I could just put out random 100 different coins a week and I only got to hit one. And then
there you go.
There you go.
Really quick, some shout outs. What's going on? Fanteezy, Larry, and Todd, Wyatt, Triad, Dane, Bitcoin, Shango, JB, Bitcoin. I already said that. Humney Developer, Local TXD, NOID, Wisdom Bars, Patrick Walter. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. And yeah, kind of what you were just actually saying as far as creating new tokens and all the like that. A lot of advertisements will be coming back to the show soon, folks. We gave it a break for a bit, honestly, because it was just overload, just so many projects. But right now, there's a ton of projects right now. I will be honest, as we have in the past, of course, we'll be telling you all their sponsor, but just as a heads up, some of these projects do look good and they do look interesting, and some look like crap. But by and large, as always, this is too many projects for me to fine-tooth comb them all. So we'll do our job here and we'll make sure we promote them, we'll advertise them, we'll let you know they're sponsored. We'll give some of their team members a chance to come on, give you all some time to ask the questions, but of course it's up to you to do your own research and do that due diligence on that. But we definitely wanted to bring them back because it is to a point right now. Again, some look interesting, some look cool, some don't. But you know, as always, until we do a deep dive and give it some time, we can't tell which ones are good or bad. But at least we'll be giving them that opportunity to let you know. So hey, and if, as always in those AMAs, make sure you press them. Don't ask the easy questions, ask the hard questions. Like, oh, how's your algorithmic whatever is going to be different than the last three we saw? Oh yeah, that's what he said, but he's in jail now. Like, ask the hard questions. All right. Top story of the day. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I mean, it's been official. We've said it many times, but it looks like it's official. Bittrex files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy just weeks after SEC charges. As Bitcoin Zay said before the show, we are officially smoking that Bittrex pack.
Smoking that Bittrex
long pack. Time coming. And by the way, shout out to, I can't think off the top of my head, someone sent me a video on Gary Gensler talking about Bittrex and Bittrex CEO Bill Shahira pushing back and everything. And I would say this: Bittrex shot themselves in the foot because they didn't keep it 100. Okay. Now, everything the SEC is accusing them of, no, they don't fall under everything, that entire umbrella. However, Bittrex did do a lot of and engage in a lot of stuff the SEC is accusing them of. I'm not saying it's right or wrong because, again, the SEC is, to me, coming in like the sixth inning talking about, well, these are the rules of the game. but not really the rules to the game. And everybody's like, all right, well, before we finish the last 3 innings of the game, can you tell us the rules of the game? They're like, no, I just told you. He's like, well, you did it. Yeah, good luck. It's like, wait, I'm confused. It's like, we know. It's like, wait, what's going on right now? So, okay, so I'm not giving SEC any credit here, all right? Like, they're not giving any rules to the game or any guidance or clarification. However, again, some of the specifics that they're saying Bittrex is doing, and Bittrex, Bill Shahara came and said we're not, were absolutely false. And again, you know, I normally wouldn't write like this, but I have to because we were also victims of the Shittrex exchange. But for Bill to come out and say, hey, we weren't doing anything with U.S. customers. We don't know anything about U.S. customers. Nothing U.S. Nothing like Bill. Come on, Bill. We didn't talk to you before. Bill, plenty of people didn't talk to you.
Come
Bill,
on.
stop it. It's like you lying isn't going to help the market either. If anything, you being honest, but saying there was no regulatory guidance, I think would actually help more rather than you say, well, we don't know what the SEC is talking about. Like, Bill, knock it off, bro. You owe a lot of people money, dog. Like, knock it off, okay? But again, like I think in general, the SEC, all it really was just Bitcoin dipping for Bittrex. And what I mean by that is that we always see these exchanges wearing no pants, of course. Once the price of Bitcoin goes down, we get to see these exchanges and these people for who they truly are. And all SEC did is accelerate the inevitable. Bittrex wasn't going to last another bear market anyway, folks. Not in the United States anyway. Without people starting to get the red flags on them. So, to me, if anything, this was SEC shining a red light on something, but all it did was speed up something that was already going to happen. Because regardless if the SEC comes after you or not, regardless if you decide to have a U.S.-based company or an international-based company, there's no reason within 1 week of making those decisions, you need to also go bankrupt, right? The Bitcoin's the Bitcoin. The cryptos, you either have it or you don't have it. So how could literally just switching where you do business to all of a sudden make you say, oh, we don't have the money anymore? No, Bill, this might have worked years ago. Not anymore. And you know what? Again, I am happy that places like Bittrex is filing bankruptcy. They are going after by the SEC because, again, the more of these environments you're in, the more pushback you have. And what I mean is, again, when I see that little IRS thing and they say, check this box if you bought crypto, and they want to tax and they want to regulate and everything else, I say I've still never gotten a response from the FBI report we had to fill out back in 2017 for all the crypto stolen off of Bittrex. They never said anything, and we never got anything back from the Fed. So the more I see companies like this that we've interacted with go out of business or file bankruptcy, and all that says to me is that I'm going to get grandfathered in, because the day of, or if the government ever comes, I'm going to be like, y'all need to handle this business first and then come talk to me. Right now, I'm still in 2017, bro. So until we handle 2017 business, there is no 2023 or the happening next year. Oh, King, you just bought a big house? Don't matter. None of that matters to the government right now.
2017, bro.
The firm estimated it had more than 100,000 creditors, between 500 million and 1 billion in assets, and between 500 million and 1 billion in liabilities. Again, how does that even make sense? How are you a crypto exchange unless you're using the old method of banking, which, again, we've talked about here plenty of times, where they essentially, whenever they create an asset, they already create that as a debt on their balance sheet, and vice versa. If it's a debt on their balance sheet, they essentially, using word soup, can turn that into asset. So my question is, how do you have a $500 to $1 billion in assets, but also have that in liabilities, unless you're playing that same game? Again, this is Bittrex, who is filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the District of Delaware. We know Delaware is where all these corporate deals go down. It was a May 8th filing. The bankruptcy covered its Seattle-based entity Bittrex, 2 Bittrex entities in Malta, and an affiliated entity, Desolation Holdings LLC. It looks like Bittrex Global, the Liechtenstein-based global entity for exchange, was not included in the filing. In a statement to Cointelegraph, Bittrex Global CEO Oliver Lynch said Bitrex's bankruptcy proceedings drew a line under the U.S. wind down from a legal perspective. Some customers' funds remain safe and secure on the platform, said Lynch. Some, why not all? It says Bittrex US is able to hand those over to court, and the court is then responsible for returning them to customers. Again, this is why you do not want to get involved in any type of exchange that's going toward a centralized approach, because something as simple as just giving you your money back, now they're like, oh, we're going to go through the court to do it, and then you're going to have to go through the court to do it.
Yeah.
Red tape and just too much additional work for no reason. But What else is going on in this story? It's kind of crazy, huh?
Oh yeah. And like it says here, OFAC, which is crazy, is the largest creditor listed on Bittrex's bankruptcy filing. OFAC.
How is
Now,
that possible?
again, like I said, the OFAC compliant Ethereum validators, the OFAC compliant proof of stake chains, they're the largest creditor. They booked a $24.2 million claim for the office. Its next largest creditor is actually a crypto wallet with 14.5 million claim. And then FinCEN is also listed as a top 50 creditor with a claim of
How
4
is
million.
fencing?
How
What?
the fuck is this happening? I mean,
If
billions.
this ain't centralized, if
Oh,
this wasn't centralized, I don't know what was.
exactly, and that's how you know they had. I think if I'm looking at this correctly, the Office of Foreign Asset Control, as you can see there, all of those people who are creditors, it seems as though that they, if they had accounts with Bittrex, that they were probably investigating Bittrex, or basically they were spies on Bittrex, and then they found out it was a honeypot.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
that's
trying to
what
figure out how this is possible,
found
right?
out. We just found out it's a honeypot, because how? I mean, FinCEN has an account, OFAC has an account, and I'm pretty sure all of these three-letter organizations have accounts on every exchange where they can basically see how it operates and be undercover. All this did is expose that Billiam, good old Bill Shahara.
Oh, Bill.
Old Bill, we smoking on that Bittrex pack today, baby.
Smoking on that bitch.
Smoking on that Bittrex
Hey,
pack.
5 years later. Was it 6 years later?
6
6 years,
years.
17, 20, 23, 6 years later. Listen.
Yeah.
Whoa, who would have thought we would have outlasted Bittrex in the United States?
We outlasted exchanges out here. That's what I be telling people. I'm like, bro, we outlasted exchanges.
Hey, what we tell them? We tell them it's cool. Hey, what we tell them? It's all right. Y'all got this one. Y'all got this one. Hey, we'll see. We'll see who's around in the long term.
Lost
Lord
the battle,
Smith,
but we
that's
gonna win the
super
war.
chat.
Lost the
Right.
battle, but we're gonna win the war because I don't owe nobody $1 billion. Thank God.
Again, I can't wait to do a deeper dive on this though to figure out exactly and it was interesting. We should call the number. I mean, right here there is a number for Allison Cooper, Chief Financial Sector Investigations. I might give her a call right now while we on the stream and figure out what the hell is happening over there at Bittrex. But this is crazy news, man.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Todd, he made a good comment here. He says it may be possible they burn down their own spot. You know what's crazy about some of these exchanges? I saw somebody actually write a long thread on this. They said, don't be surprised at centralized exchanges if the biggest money coming into it is from the government, because then they could just pull their money out when they feel like it. The exchange is like, oh, you operating a fractional reserve, and then boom, burn it to the ground. And then they just do that over and over. And whoever can survive. Whoever can't, it's basically just going to centralize everything. And it seems like he was correct, because this is what's happening. All the exchanges gone. And but you ain't going to get no tears out of me about Bittrex. They should have been gone, that trash ass shit.
I'm making this call. We're making this call now. Not wasting no more time.
Allison.
Application or interpretive guidance request, or have a request regarding a specific license, please press 1 to
Oh yeah, give me the bureau. I want the bureau. Press 0. Hey, I just want to talk to Allison. I don't know nothing about none of these other things. Hey, press 0. How to get the people on the phone? Get the operator.
Oh, they about to put you through the maze.
I'm gonna call after the show. But we're gonna talk to Allison. Hey, exactly. Why the fuck do y'all got $284 million with Bittrex? And is this your money or is this taxpayers' money? So I'm gonna give her a call. We're gonna figure that out, because I mean, this is kind of strange. It's kind of strange. I would like 24 million from the who is this? OFAC? Office of Foreign Asset. I like to travel. Hey, I'm a diplomat. Let's go. Let's see.
OFAC is dipping in everything. The fact that that 70% of Ethereum validators is OFAC, you already know what it is. They done integrated everything.
I'll say, speaking of that, someone asked, they said, I'm not sure who asked. Oh, Laura said, any comment on Ethereum going down? Well, the whole entire market is going down right now. Whenever Bitcoin's down, I kind of expect everything to go down. Also, I know Ethereum, I haven't been paying that close attention to it. As you see, we haven't been around the last couple of weeks, but I think Ethereum's going on something in the background as far as with their validators and everything. A lot of people are starting to either see or call it for a money grab, and people are pushing back. Then, of course, you have the competition with BRC now from Bitcoin. Like, these are all market competitors to Ethereum. So just on if everything was working perfect, you can expect some type of slight reduction only because of the competition itself. You add in Bitcoin prices slipping. Ethereum has some infighting going on a little bit here. You got OFAC on Bittrex. We don't know what that's about. I mean, this is perfect opportunities to slip. And not only that, overall market right now, again, last few months we've been saying it's been crazy to us the way it's even been pumping. To us, it really didn't make much sense outside of a few isolated events. So it retracing right now to me is semi-normal. I do know, of course, the Bitcoin conference is coming up. That should be a lot of glitz and glamour to pump the price up again. But we've seen this before. We might only give it like a 3 or 4K pump, right? And then it come right, hey, then it comes, woo! Because after the conference, it's slow. After the conference, it's slow until the happening.
Yeah,
like
I mean, nothing.
It's about to be slow. So, I mean, again, I've never changed my stance, which is I thought the price should not have been this high and it should have already been retracing. I'm staying on that right now until I see it go down where it needs to be. All right, that's my thoughts. What else we have? Texas voters to add crypto to state's Bill of Rights. You know about these Bill of Rights in Texas. What's going on here?
Oh, yeah. So Texas, they voted to add the digital currency to the state's Bill of Rights, granting individuals the right to use digital currencies like Bitcoin for trading. And Texas, we know, they're probably one of the top 5 states in the news dealing with the crypto market. And this is Bill HJR 146, introduced by State Representative Giovanni Caprigione. I didn't even say it right. Sorry, my Italian brothers and sisters.
The bill's going to be introduced and the bill's going to be accepted. That's all you need to know about Monday.
Oh yeah. Them country boys. Yeah. I can pump the oil, but hey, we got the slickers down there. But he declares individuals have the right to use a medium of exchange that is mutually agreed upon, which includes digital currencies, cash, coin, bullion, or script. For trading and script, god damn, they went way back with that. For trading and contracting goods and services, and that this right cannot be violated. I am not surprised by this, especially with Texas coming out, I think a month or two ago, saying that they're actually trying to back up their own economy with gold and with their own oil and energy production. It's right on par. If
Texas trying to be a country again.
Hey man, I think honestly, if I had to make a wild prediction in the next 15, 20 years, I think Texas and Florida, because they're both pushing back against the CBDC, I think they're going to separate from the United States. If things get bad enough economically, and it gets great enough as far as like the bricks and gold and then Bitcoin and all that stuff, they might just separate. Like, man, we ain't listening to y'all. We got enough funds and enough oil. Y'all ain't gonna do shit to Texas.
I would say that's the only reason why it wouldn't work, is because it's almost like like the best player of the team ain't about to get traded. You better sit down and go complain. I'll listen to you complain all day. You're not going nowhere, my boy, or we're gonna ruin your life. Like, I think Texas and Florida is the same, unless they want to see another war where the U.S. like militarizes everything and be like, look, they trying to secede from us again. Like, but no, I do get what you're saying. But no, we're not letting the MVPs go. They're gonna stay right here and just be mad. We all gonna be mad at each other.
But you gotta fake. You gotta fake it to get some leverage. Like,
that's true. That part I agree. That part I agree. They might pull a they might pull a Wagner group. Hey, we're gonna pull out a big U. We can't get no ammo. Exactly. And then stay anyway. All right. They might pull So I'm with you on that. I can see them pulling something where they false claim and then we try them. They're like, all right. But yeah, this is interesting. Like, so I mean, is this inevitable? Will we see crypto and Bitcoin and all these things be written into law? I still have the stance where it doesn't need that, but clearly doesn't matter if it needs it or not. It's going to happen. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yeah, pretty much. And the fact that it got 139 votes in favor with only 2 against, this is all but passed. Texas, like I said, they've been all about it ever since. I think the first time we started seeing Texas pop up was like 2015, 2014. So they've been on it for a long time as far as passing laws and getting things together. Texas Blockchain Council, I've talked with them before. Good guys down there. A lot of great mining companies down there already. So I'm not surprised by this at all.
And shout out to Tom Glass. You can see here, someone said this should be enshrined in the Constitution as an amendment to the 4th Amendment, then game on. Objective of adding this to the Texas Bill of Rights is to make a case in the federal judiciary to invoke the 9th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, which says there are other natural rights besides those in the first 8 amendments. If Texas recognizes the feds under precedent, will also assume that the feds, let's see, where does it say? The Texans recognizes the feds should under the 9th. So now if the feds mess with Texans, we have a 9th Amendment argument in the federal judiciary. So shout out to that. Great game plan strategically. But again, this is where it gets frustrating to me. I do agree to the strategic game plan, but I also agree that you do have a natural right to hold value, your own value in whatever you want it to be. So for people like me, while I agree with what Texas is doing, again, I feel like there shouldn't be any laws against it. But if I personally were ever faced with, I can have crypto and buy bread and get water and these natural things to survive for me and my family, or I'm breaking the law. Well, I guess I'm breaking the law. I'm about to be facing off against another set of humans who only objective it is to not allow me to carry my own value in what I want to carry it in. Absolutely insane, psychotic. I don't even have the words to talk about, but it's literally like that's what this is about. They're saying let's use taxpayer time and money to create a bill, to create an amendment, to tell other humans in America that you cannot discriminate against your peers for having different forms of currency, for keeping their value in different things that they deem valuable.
Wow.
Seems fucking normal to me. What if I wanted to spend all of my money on eggs? I don't know. I just like eggs. I like marbles. I want to do marbles. I want to do cups. And I'm so valuable and I'm so good at whatever it is I bring to the world that people are willing to say, you know what? I don't believe in cups as money or marbles as money or Mickey Mouse coins as money, but in Disneyland, it works.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy? you know what was currency?
What?
Toilet paper. Remember what toilet paper
was?
was?
Toilet paper was currency.
Remember when they started putting controls? People was buying $10,000 worth of toilet paper and then hoarding it and then reselling it back.
Now all of a sudden you can't buy toilet paper. You can't buy
yeah. It's like, what you mean I can't sell my own toilet paper? I bought it and I can't resell it. It's currency now. Like, it's just like, I mean, if you ever talk to anybody who's been in prison, they got different things that are currency. Like, you can make up a currency is nothing more than the consensus of the people using it. That's it. And now whether it's a good currency or a bad one, that remains to be seen. We already know Bitcoin is the hardest money created, but everything else equal. Yeah, Texas is right. There's no reason why I can't use my money for anything. Like that's stupid.
I'm taking it a step further. You know what? Forget it. Triggering. I'm almost to the point we need a firing line for these people. Why are there humans telling other humans, no, you can't use that. You can't keep that as value or you can't use it. But this is the only thing I can eat with. This provides my family. Yep, you still can't. It's illegal. That you go to war over that, people.
Yeah,
like I really wish people will understand. Like, imagine if the financial and power minorities were to flip this and push this onto the elites of the world. Could you imagine telling Apple you can't use this component in your phones anymore? Could you imagine telling Bill Gates, George Bush Jr., hey, you can't be the president and have a family stake in an oil thing. It doesn't make sense when we're trying to go clean energy. Could you imagine telling, like, you cannot do this, people? I'm trying to say this is stuff you should be going to war over. It's absolutely insane. We shouldn't have to make a law for it. But shout out to states like Texas that are making laws for it and saying we're not going to take it because they clearly aren't. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, Humney developer, he's thinking the same thing I am because they're not humans. I'm telling you, these people that's trying to tell you what to do and what not to do. I can't wait for somebody to get their face pulled off like Simpsons and the reptilian jump out from under.
Look, my only problem with this, every time they say like the system or they or these people, it's like, people, there is such a small percentage. That's why I'm really talking about a firing line. The next time someone's like, no, you can't have the Bitcoin or this, that, like, literally name and face them. We need to create a database of these people, because I'm telling you, if they are psychotic enough to say you can't have a calculator in your pocket because of the value you might get from it, because that's all crypto is, technology. You can't have this technology in your pocket. You can't have your own value in your pocket. If they're that insane to do that, I can pretty much guarantee you they're going to be the same about religion, about your cultural views, about what you eat, about how you raise your children. It's not going to it's not going to just stop at, oh, you're not allowed to keep your value in this. It's not going to stop there. That's the start of it. Like, it's kind of crazy.
I mean, most of the stuff we have today, it started as, oh, this is temporary. And then, I mean, personal tax was temporary. TSA.
Yeah.
Temporary.
Personal tax and TSA was temporary.
There's a lot of stuff that was temporary, and then here we are, years later, still there. So yeah, I'm with you.
It's crazy. All right. New York Stock Exchange. Silvergate begins New York Stock Exchange delisting process as it readies to cut 230 staff. That is right. It is official. The parent company of the defunct Silvergate Bank disclosed significant staff cuts and the delisting of its securities in the SEC filing. And again, I mean, it sucks for it to be Silvergate, but I guess right on par. you know, they were also an exchange. They had their 2 to 3 years in the sun for sure. And then they had about 2 or 3 years after that where they still did pretty well. I mean, altogether, I would say Silvergate had a nice 5 to 6 year run, which is extremely extraordinary in this market. So, I mean, shout out to them. They did great. Again, the unfortunate thing about seeing the things like Silvergate Bank and some of these other places close, even Bittrex, is like people, every like centralized and huge closing that's going on in crypto, it could have been avoided. I mean, it's just that simple. Like you talk about the Terra Lunas could have been avoided. FTX could have been avoided. BitConnect could have been avoided. Silvergate could have been avoided. Bittrex could have been avoided. Like it's like there's so many that could have been avoided, and it's not happening. So I mean, it is what it is. Silvergate, as you can see here on their stock, the Silvergate Capital Corp, they're down 93%, and this is the dangerous thing. And what we've been saying from day one, where it's like you better get you a fucking analyst in this space, especially if you can afford it. Like, and this is why the traditional market keeps trying to come over here just like teenagers and get rich quick. The only difference is that the teenagers really don't have nothing to lose. They're coming over from the traditional side where they have the traditional market to lose. If this was 92% dip in crypto, we actually wouldn't really worry. We'd be like, oh, this was a terrible day. Things are afoul. It's a crypto company, it's a project, they still have a chance to bounce back, right? Like you can drop 92% in crypto, and then the next day have an 18% day, 3 weeks later have a 24% day, 6 weeks later have a 30% day, and hey, you're not looking too bad. That doesn't happen on the traditional side. When you drop 92, 93% on the traditional market, bang, bang, headshot.
Yeah, out of here, buddy. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this, man?
Oh yeah, I hate it had to be Silvergate. I've talked with the people there plenty of times, and like we've always said, the first person through the door gets shot. And Silvergate Bank was the first major or a pretty big bank that was bringing on crypto companies, and it wasn't even really, you know, that high of a boundary. You know what I mean? Like they were basically, remember when we were talking to Silvergate, and they were saying like we're taking companies that are worth $1 million or more. $1 million.
Yeah, they can say they started getting, but they started getting too fast for us normal folks, huh?
Yeah, I know. But in the grand scheme of businesses, $1 million ain't shit.
No,
so
it's not.
That's a pretty low barrier of entry to get crypto companies to put it there, because at a time of uncertainty, 2016, 2017, y'all don't understand. There were so many companies that were like, are we going to be like cannabis where we can't bank with anybody, but we have to keep it our own, you know what I mean? So that was a big discussion back then. Silvergate came, they helped, but you're right. These companies that make these same bets, these teenagers, these college students, they can afford to lose all their money. It ain't nothing gonna happen. They're gonna just go back and sleep on their twin bed in the dorm anyway.
Right.
So
wait, you got a twin bed? I thought we was talking futons in here, man. You sleep where you sit.
Yeah, niggas sleeping on top of the dresser, just standing up. But Silvergate definitely. I hate to see it go. 230 people got fired. You know, stock dropped out. Things happen, and you know, of course, hopefully going forward, other banks won't have to go through the same thing. But I think this is a part of Operation Choke Point 2.0. Or 3.0, I guess you could say now.
Yeah.
And you know, to get rid of some of the on-ramps, to destabilize some of the crypto companies. And unfortunately, it had to be some good guys. These, like I said, these are actual good people, like Fidelity, Bitcoin, digital assets team. These are people I know and meet and talk to.
They try to do it the right way.
They're trying to do it the right way under all of the crypto uncertainty. No regulatory certainty at all. They still kept pushing forward. And I mean, they lasted longer than most companies, because I think they've been around since, let's see, the 90s, I believe. So they've been around a minute. They've been in crypto space since 2014, I believe.
Too early, too late, man. Damn. See, this is what I mean by the traditional companies and why they need these analysts and stuff. It's like you literally just put your company you had up since the 90s on the table in this crypto market without like, whew. And again, Silvergate did it better than most. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. One thing I like to add is, and it's funny, I saw this here because I understand this. You know, Silvergate put here in a separate May 11th SEC filing, Silvergate said it's unable to file legally required financial reports for the 2022 fiscal year and the first quarter of 2023, and does not expect to be able to file any similar reports in the future. So I will say this. It's not necessarily that they're unable. I actually get this. Like, you know, right now for what we're doing at Gem and Crypto is a example of this on a smaller scale. When it ain't shit shaking, it ain't no money, ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing to talk about. It's nothing to email, it's nothing to text, it's nothing to message. When the market comes back, we come back. Like people, and I say that jokingly, but I'm being serious. Same thing here. I understand where they're coming from. I don't think it's right for a company or a bank of this size to be doing it, but to show them essentially throw their hands up as a exchange and bank, that should give you an indication of what anyone else in the market would do. This is a bank that reports to the SEC, and they're saying, hey, we're not filing financial reports for last year or this year. And they're giving whatever excuse. They're saying does not expect to be able. I don't know what that means. Actually, I do know what that means. It means we're going fucking bankrupt. We don't have money, so we're not about to spend our free time on doing paperwork to tell you we don't have money and to respond to queries for money that we don't have money. We don't have the money, so it's nothing to talk about. That is what no more financial updates mean. I'm not mad at that. So again, if you see that happening in this space, again, even right now with the gym and the crypto, if it ain't nothing moving, the market's not moving like that. It just is what it is. And I mean, I guess like I don't know if it's a shout out, but just incredible to see a bank and a company of this magnitude actually come out and say that publicly as well. That's kind of crazy to me. It's like, hey, look, we ain't doing no more reports. All right, stop asking.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, what should I need more reports for? It's done. It's over. I'll be halfway to the Maldives right now. Like I was
So it's I do get. That's why I read that part. I was like, I do get it. Like I understand how it can lead people in the dark and is messed up, but like that shows you, even though how much money they had, they're still mom and popish to where they're like, look, we ain't got time for no reports. All right, this shit's over. All right, stop asking. Let's see. Local TX says, where are the Bitcoin jobs? Been trying to get a job in the industry. They ain't there. If you're talking about specific Bitcoin or not crypto, there are a lot actually. I will keep hitting up some of the newer companies, semi-new companies, but for the most part, most of these companies are always hiring or having a revolving door, especially for like community managers. Usually they start with community manager because they want to make sure you know what you're talking about. But after that, I mean, like literally you can create a position in many companies if you just reach out to them. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see. What else do we have going on? Federal Reserve's FedNow will integrate with Metal blockchain. Oh man, Zay and I had to look at this story a couple times. We weren't sure exactly what's going on here, but the integration will allow users to instantly convert cash to stablecoin for use in DeFi protocols. I do not believe it'll be any type of easy to switch FedNow over to DeFi protocol. I mean, that shit gonna be tracked and traced. But the Federal Reserve's forthcoming instant payment service FedNow will be integrated with Metal blockchain, according to a May 11th announcement from the Metal blockchain team. Okay. So you know what, Zay? We were trying to figure this out. I think I just figured it out live. The announcement said that integration will allow Metal users to instantly convert funds to stablecoin back in using the FedNow send and receive function. So really quick, I'm kind of piecing this together now as we're actually live. I am not sure if FedNow knows about this partnership or is this just a Metal blockchain doing a how to get some free marketing and advertising. We know FedNow is coming. Hey, we're going to make it possible for FedNow to be used through our service. That's what I'm starting to actually read now. I thought it was more of a partnership, but it looks like they're doing this on their own. Now I'm looking at it.
They pulled a 2017.
They got us. Hey, they got us, bro. They got us.
Like, yeah, they like, yeah, we partnered with all these partnerships. We partnered with MasterCard.
Shout out to Metal. They got me.
It was always according to the project. It wasn't according to the actual people they were partnering with. But yeah, that's hilarious. But I mean, if it does happen, it happens. I think this is kind of more of a technical thing. It doesn't really have anything to do with making money or doing anything, because there's no like play here. It's just basically telling you what technology they're going to use to track and trace you. So that's all that is. And anybody that has to use FedNow, any banks, I mean, I'm sure they're fine because they want the transparency, and if it's instant, that's cool. A lot of regular everyday people, they're going to just tell you one day, you use FedNow. You got to use the FedNow, or they're going to tell you you're using the CBDC, and your only recourse is going to be the Bitcoin and crypto market. That's going to be the only way out of it. So projects that do stuff like this, it's just the technology side, not necessarily from the economics.
And then really quick, so to continue with local TX, as far as these Bitcoin jobs or crypto, I think he meant Bitcoin specific, but just Bitcoin and crypto, like this is a perfect example. This is a brand new project, Metal, right? They claim they're going to do this FedNow thing. They just tricked the shit out of us, and it looks like they tricked Cointelegraph into running a sponsored article that none of us said, apparently. but my point is
me and King, we could just say we partnered with Visa, and then just watch our partner. We did a story on them on Thursday.
That's true. That's true. Bro, I've been working with Apple for the last 10 years. How? You know my Gentleman Crypto Show? Yeah, we do a story on them once a month, bro. We've been deep. We've been tied in. I know all about them.
Yeah, that's when you
get to talking about Tim Cook like y'all. Like, that's why you get talking about your favorite rapper. Like, bro, you met him? Oh no, I ain't never met him, but I've been listening to his music for the last 15 years. But I basically know him, Like,
it's split hairs.
But no, yeah, I mean, like to answer like local TX or the tap on add on that, like a place like Metal, right? They did this article. They're clearly new. They're trying to do like that would be a good place to hit up and say, hey, this is my resume in this space. I've consulted here. I've done projects with this here. I've done a community manager here, blah, blah, blah. I see Metal is new. You're trying to incorporate FedNow. Have you all thought about what you'll be doing about this part of the sector when it comes to Bitcoin? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about boom, whatever your expertise is? Do you have content creators for thumbnails? You have this, like, that's when you kind of hit them up, a little resume, a sample, and let them know that, hey, I'm standing by if you need me. Throw my name on the resume email file. Hit me up if you ever need me, type of deal. So, and at this point, there are over 22,000 projects in crypto. Bitcoin a little bit less, but crypto in general, that's 22,000 different projects. Like, you will eventually, like, if that's what you want, you'll find the one. You just gotta. It is. But again, I wrote about this before. It's a job to find a job. Finding a job is supposed to take you like 40 hours a week if you were working that job. So you know how that goes. All right, last but not least, I know Bitcoin Zay has to get out of here. Elon Musk announces he will step down as Twitter CEO. Gotcha, bitch. What is going on with Elon Musk? I mean, did he literally just pay a lot of money just to see behind the scenes, to get in the kitchen, see how the sausage was made, and once he figured out the recipe, he was like, and I'm gone. Like, exactly what's happening here is just a real story. I don't believe it. What's going on with Twitter CEO?
Yeah, it seems as though this was a little bit overblown because he announced he'll be transitioning executive chair and CTO of the social media platform in roughly 6 weeks. He said he hired a new CEO and they were naming the lady who was supposed to be the new CEO. However, on Twitter, apparently it's not actually official. Like, he was basically just like throwing names out there, which if he did that and then he saw the approval rating was very low, that's pretty smart. Just kind of like start the rumor to see what people think and then be like, oh, well, people don't like her or him. Yeah, so we're not going to use them. But the lady that I saw that they were trying to make CEO, I don't really care how good she is at a job. She's part of the World Economic Forum. So if she does become the CEO, then all that means is, basically he got y'all ass too. He made you feel like he was gonna come and change, Twitter to a perfect utopia where you can say everything you want and free speech and all that shit. And then just for the World Economic Forum to show up and jump into it the same way they have in governments around the world. So if this lady is the actual CEO that they're talking about, then that would kind of suck. But if he comes out later and he was like, oh, she was just a candidate and, the rumors are not true, then he probably just like fed that rumor out there to see and then saw that most people were, because a lot of people going in on her is like, why would we want a World Economic Forum CEO? Hell no, get her out of here. So we'll see. Elon, though, I don't think he bought a company for $44 billion just to step down and not actually do anything.
Yeah, somebody said, Tom, I said, never forget Elon Musk is a quasi-defense contractor. Exactly. I mean, if you're a billionaire, you're definitely some type of quasi-government contractor, period. But to me, that was the most obvious thing that whether he hires somebody from WEF or not, the most obvious thing that this isn't what we thought it was. Like, it'll be fair and free and everybody can say what they want. No, I kind of like the wealthiest man on the planet is still seeking approval from people on Twitter.
Crazy.
Like, what else do you need? And I say that in a sense of I am for a democratic process if people are educated enough to engage in democracy. We're not there like we used to be. We're not there anymore. We are literally not there from a morality standpoint, from a value standpoint, and from an education standpoint. Common sense. We're not there. I do not feel comfortable asking the majority. Like right now, I just saw a thing where they was asking people, I guess in Minnesota, if Mayweather were to be the same weight and compete in the women's division, should that be allowed? And a good amount of people were saying yes, it will be allowed and it's fair. And hey, you can have your own thoughts on that. I guess male muscle mass isn't real or any of that, but that's my point. I don't want to get to if Elon Musk he's the wealthiest person on the planet. You are the de facto, whether you're the smartest one or not. You've been able to acquire this amount of money, which is very difficult, and keep it. Why are you asking a bunch of people who literally don't know themselves at all? They don't know themselves at all. So for him to even be doing that type of behavior, to me, that says everything I want to know. It's like, well, you're not that guy. You're not the actual leader. And yes, that means there's probably something more nefarious on the back end. It looks like the WEF is a nefarious thing, but we shall see. So that's my thoughts. If you're the wealthiest person on the planet and you're still asking about hiring, like who you want to hire, you're asking the crowd.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, if you listen to them, they're going to, if Elon would listen to them, they're going to be like, give us all your money to pay for all the school and medical shit. Elon, like, what part are you going to stop to listen to them at? Like,
I mean, it's no way I would own Twitter. There's 0% chance that I would own Twitter and not be running that shit. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. You're going to do it.
Like,
you're going to do what I say when I say it's a tech. Log off. You're
not going to take inputs. Like, what the fuck?
That's my point. You're taking input on Twitter. It's like, bro.
Input these nuts.
You're not that guy. Hey, just inform you, here. Just inform you said Elon's insecurities of being the coolest guy in the room is kind of sad to witness. It is, but this is also why I've always said this. Like, God don't make mistakes, people. All right. Y'all think, listen, I went to NC State with Russell. There's a bunch of us who can ball. You think out all the savages we had, God decided to bless Russell just like that off the blue. No, he knew he was a good dude. He knew we weren't.
Russell, he been corny since college, but that's
I
good.
didn't say that. He's been
he been in trouble. No, corny people take corny.
No, that is true.
We need corny people. Corny people make the world go round. These are your middle class people that go to work, go home, go to church. Yeah. That's what we need. That's what keeps middle class going. But you're right though. Hey,
gotta make no mistake on that one. He was like, "All y'all wilding. He's being chill. We're going to reward the chill guy." Like, hey, with Elon, like it's all good.
With Elon, though, it's funny though because when people don't realize this really is Revenge of the Nerds because you got Jeff Bezos walking around with supermodels at Coachella trying to be cool now. You got Mark Zuckerberg and
my man get doing karate at 44.
Doing jiu-jitsu fights on the weekends. Elon, he got his hair plugs in, and now all of a sudden he's a sex symbol walking around with his shirt off. I don't know what's going on, but Revenge of the Nerds is real. Revenge of the Nerds is real, like I said.
Listen, I said it before. I was telling people out in Hollywood, we deserve a better celebrity. These dudes out here getting played by interviewers and stuff. Man, look, don't let it happen, Zay. You already know it's gonna be a short fuse. It's gonna be high and a quick low.
Y'all gonna know me for a good 2 days.
Right. All right, that's enough talk. Hey, that's the show for today, folks. We hope you got some good crypto information. As always, we'll be back next week with more. Any announcements, Bitcoin, Zay?
Yes, next Friday. 3 to 7. The Eventbrite will be out later today. Make sure you check Twitter. Next Friday, 3 to 7, we'll be having. I was sponsoring a trip introducing the Bitcoin Boat Club in Miami during the Bitcoin conference. For those of you who will be there, I'll see you out there. Next week was the 18th through the 20th. I'll see you there. But that's next Friday, 3 to 7. Again, the flyer will be out today. Make sure you check it out on Twitter. Any of the TGOC fam that's there, get your tickets, get on there, have a good time. Open bar, free food, got a jacuzzi on there, got a grill on there. We got 4 bedrooms. Like I said, it's so good having a yacht. But yeah, you all look out for it. It'll be on Discord as well.
There we go. And then pray for Jamie Foxx as well. Hey, shout out to Jamie Foxx, talented actor, singer, comedian, everything. So hopefully he gets better as well. All right, other than that, smash that like and share. We'll see you all next